Sweet. All right. So, welcome to Level Up Your Life today. My name is Rich Peard, and tonight I'm going to be bringing you what I love to do probably the most is this water presentation. And man, just super excited to do it. I love this water. I love sharing it with people. I love sharing the information with people, and super excited. So, if you are hopping on live, let me know you are here. Just drop, just drop some hearts, some love. Let me know where you're coming from. If you are catching the replay, let me know you're catching the replay. And, you know, again, just let me know what your thoughts are. And if you have some people in the group that you would love to see this demonstration tonight, go ahead and tag them in the chat. Let them know that we are live. And if if they're not able to hop on live, at least they'll be able to catch the replay and get that information to them. All right. So I just want to say welcome to all the new members in the group. I know I've had a few that have joined the group recently, and it's super awesome to know that people are still really interested in in if it's not just the water, but also bettering their life in some form. If it's financially, if it's of course the health, or if it's just mindset, as we are definitely fine tuning all those areas right now. And with this is, Enagic being and Kangen Water being our vessel that's carrying us to, those those goals, those markers that we want to get to. So again, just give you a moment to tag your friends, say what's up. I'm just going to be sharing the information tonight, sharing the good news about this amazing water, how not only has it helped my family and friends alike, but thousands and actually millions of people across the globe now that are drinking this water, and definitely improving, their health. If it's not just getting to their health, whatever they want to do health wise, maybe it is their fitness levels. Maybe they want to up that up. I know this is the time of year when now the kids are back to school, as our little ones went back to school this week. So now we're thinking about how we can occupy our time, our free time, if it's in the mornings after we drop them off, if we can get to the gym. So we're thinking of all these different things. So I know if you are looking for a way to boost your health, this is probably a good, it's a good way to start because it's easy to do. All you have to do is change your water. All right. So I'm gonna hop right into it. Lisa is in the chat. If there's anyone else, I'm sure there's gonna be some leaders hopping on. But if you are new to this group and you have questions as I'm going along, feel free to drop them in the chat. Let me know what your questions are. Like I said, if it's something that I can address right away, Lisa will sometimes interrupt me while, politely and tell me your question. So definitely let me know. And even if you're catching a replay, put your questions in here. Sometimes I get a notification and I will ask, or I'll answer those questions in the chat, and that way you also get that information. All right. So I'm going to hop into it. I'm just going to share some history about this amazing technology and how it's just incredible. All right, so let's share that, and let's maximize, and just let me know when you could see my screen, Lise. Let me just move that. I can just see me standing there. All good. All right, so we're gonna just change your life by changing your water. So this is just my presentation here. Um, let's just start off with the company history, as they just celebrated 48 years in business just this 9.5. Well, it's actually June that the actual, I guess their anniversary day, but September 5th is when they have a big convention down in, well, this year was on their golf course in San Diego. So as a distributor, we actually get opportunity to go down there. There's lots of things that we, that as a business owner, or not even a business owner, but even just a member or someone that has the technology can take advantage of some of these perks. So they just celebrated 9.5. That's our Enagic holiday for say. And it was founded by Mr. Harnario Sherrill, which is he is still kicking around. Look how he's still looking young as ever, as he's probably in his mid 80s now or early 80s, and still looking good. Him and his wife, and they started this in Okinawa, Japan. They started creating all their technology in Osaka, Japan, where their main manufacturing facility is, which is a OEM facility, meaning every piece of their equipment is manufactured in their facility. So they don't have to outsource any of their technology. That's why they didn't have an interruption with their supply chain. They didn't have problems with microchips because they make their own microchips. So they're an original equipment manufacturer, also a member of the Water Quality Association, as they actually hold a gold seal from the Water Quality Association for ionization. And I believe they're still the only ionizer company in the world that has that standard. They've been all obviously with that, they've been the top leader in this business, and they have offices all over the world with 40 locations in 23 countries. So we have no problem getting the technology to you, and it doesn't matter where you are in the world. We can get the technology to you, as they have quite the global network happening here. Certifications and documentations, lots of certificates. I'm actually going to just go in, and I'm going to hone in on one here that I don't give enough credit to. And as this is they've got the certificate from the International Standards Organization. I don't know if you could see that, for being a manufacturer of a medical grade device used for medical use. So for the first 20 years, actually, from 1974 to 1994, this was only in hospitals and in clinics in Japan. And then they outsourced their technology to different, like to us, to the homes, and they had some global expansion, starting from, actually came into the United States in Los Angeles, and it's now history. We have, like I said, 40 locations. So just wanted to give, oh, sorry about that. I wanted to give a little bit of kudos to that. You can see we're also a direct selling company. We're number 60 on the direct sales. I think they're a little higher now, actually. But as you look, I mentioned this already, they are a gold seal holder at the Water Quality Association. And like I said, this is the only company in the world, manufacturer, that holds this coveted certification. Here are some other ones here. We already went over the gold seal. The ISO 1401 is for their is a certificate for being environmentally safe. Everything they do is really takes the environment into consideration. The 13485 was the one I just talked about for medical use. And then you can't see that, but it's 9001, also from the International Standards Organization. That is for their management system, which is, again, of the highest levels. So when you're looking at Enagic, they have 3 lines of or different product lines, starting with their water ionizers. That is the K8, which is the #1 or the most powerful water ionizer they have at the moment. The Nesma home spa system, which we have 2 in our home. We absolutely love it. And their Ukon turmeric supplement, which I have displayed today, actually, which I don't normally do, but I don't know why, because it's such a big part of my health regimen. And they have the supplement, the tea, and the skin product, which is the soap. Here's a big overview of all the products. Different products for different price points and different, I guess you can also say different functions. We have the super on the very, if you're looking at the screen on the right, the very far right corner, that is for, I won't say commercial use, but for heavy usage, maybe, or you could say commercial use, businesses, say salons and maybe small nurseries and restaurants and cafes. They might want to use this technology for just being able to put out more of the strong water on demand as it has a larger reservoir. And then you have all the different product lines here. Again, they also have the under the counter unit in the bottom left corner. So the super and the under the counter are only available in the US and some other markets, not here in Canada, unfortunately. Um, but for those that can get it, I believe even Mexico, you might be able to get the super also. So we're going to be talking mostly about the K8. That is the one that I have in my home. So it is the 8-plate antioxidizer. Makes 7 types of water, ranging from the Kangen water, which are your drinking waters, 8.5 pH to 9.5 in pH, and the 9.0, of course, in the middle there. Those are your drinking waters. The neutral water, 7.0 in pH. The beauty water, the 4.0 to 6.0, that is for mostly topical use. I do use it for some cooking, boiling my eggs, boiling my pasta. I use the strong or the beauty water. But I'm going to get into these waters a little more. Strong Kangen water, especially 11.0 to 11.5 or higher in pH. And then the strong acidic water, again, 8 solid platinum titanium medical grade plates, universal power supply. So you could take this this unit anywhere in the world, as it will be able to plug in anywhere as long as you have the right adapter. It will plug in anywhere as it has the proper power supply, automatic cleaning, and speaks 8 languages. So in my presentation tonight, I'm going to be talking about 3 main unique properties that the water has that really separates the water, the Kangen water, from all the other types of water, if it's bottled or tap or you know, pretty much any other water sources. Okay, so I'm going to talk about antioxidants, how this water hydrates at the cellular level, and how this water is alkalizing or alkalization, how it's pH balanced to keep our body from, you know, removing the acidity from our pretty much our diet and from our water, especially our drinking beverages. So antioxidants. All right, so everyone has seen this before. They've left, in this case, an apple or avocado or a banana out there, and you see that browning of that fruit. That's a sign of oxidation, or rusting is another sign of oxidation. And so what that is it's actually that oxidation is breaking down your living tissue. That's why we age. So the best way to combat this is by consuming antioxidants. That slows down the oxidation process in our body. The antioxidants act as a free radical scavenger that really looks for, without going into too much science, but looking for cells that are maybe lost a neutron and really now is looking to attach a negatively charged cell and make it a whole cell and really boost your health without getting into really the science of it. But that's kind of what it happens in a nutshell. And how we read this is by using an ORP meter, which I have here. I'm going to show you today. And the ORP just reads the oxidation potential, or how this, in this case, the liquids here, oxidize you or antioxidize you in a sense. So as you look at the screen here, you see most commonly drank beverages, the soda, sport drinks, tap water, bottled water, OR, distilled water, all high in ORP. showing that there's are signs of oxidation. Okay, they're oxidizing you. Even our tap water, you're going to see today, my tap water is really, really oxidizing. But if you look at the Kangen water, how it's negative 400, that's fairly modest. You're going to see my numbers are a lot greater than that. But that just shows you the oxidation potential of this, or antioxidant potential in the case of Kangen water, how this is really going to reduce not just inflammation, but how this is slowing down the aging process in your body. You can see there's some things, vitamin C and green tea, cod liver oil. I don't know who really consumes that anymore, but maybe you do. Those things are antioxidant too, and which are great. But really, drinking water is the best way, as it doesn't create oxidative stress. And the reason for that is because you're not digesting water, you're absorbing it. So those are the things you kind of have to digest, which causes oxidative stress on your body, where water is very gentle on your body and doesn't cause that oxidative stress. Superior hydration. So if you look at our body is 60% water, all right? Our brain, 73% is water, 83% are lungs. So the quality of the water really matters when you look at these vital organs that make up our body, and our bones that are 31% water. You want to make sure that the water quality is very good. As we know, if it doesn't have the right makeup, even the water makeup is very important, as the ionization process does not remove vital electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, and I think there's some other ones though, the electrolytes. You don't want to be removing those from your water, because those are the things that actually give your water benefits. So RO does that, distillation does that. Kangen water, we're still using, it won't actually, we can't create the water without the electrolytes. So very important that we pay attention to that. Alkalinity. So I kind of mentioned where we're going to try to stay pH balanced. So very important. Alkalinity, the pH is just stands for potential of hydrogen. We definitely want to, we just know a lot of people now are looking to alkalize their diets, or going alkaline, eating raw vegetables, and consuming berries and things like that are high in antioxidants. But you're going to see that just by changing your water again, how this alkalizing water could really be more powerful than all the alkalizing foods out there. So it's really just a really awesome, powerful way of getting antioxidants and alkalizing your diet. All right, not only just not only are you just giving yourself just a way to boost your your health in a sense. So we're going to be looking at that very closely. All right, so 5 different types of water: strong Kangen water, clean water, beauty water, strong acidic water. Really 7 types, because there's a couple other Kangen waters. But the Enagic devices produce this amazing ionized water and the acidic waters that could be used for all sort of different things. If you look here, I'm going to be cleaning some vegetables, so you're going to see how I remove, the oil-based pesticides, how the strong Kangen water also emulsifies oil. So I'm going to show you all that tonight. You're also going to see how this water is pH balanced, how it's great for not just your drinking, but for food preparation. I've given this water to people, and they've used it to make their coffee or tea. And honestly, they can't go back after you have a Kangen coffee and you're making your coffee. It's really hard to go back to drinking your coffee or tea with not only just acidic, but very oxidizing water. If it's tap water, especially, you're going to taste that chlorine. Soups and stews, honestly, the flavor of the foods are just enhanced by this water. Clean water. The reason for the clean water now is for baby to prepare baby formula. So it's just a neutral water. They don't need the extra antioxidants or alkalinity. You're pretty much just making that. But what I love about the clean water for baby formula is normally people would make baby formula with distilled water. Well, distilled water is very acidic, and not only acidic, but it's very oxidizing, or not very oxidizing, but it is oxidizing. So that's not a really good base for preparing a baby formula. And because of its very, like Kangen water's absorption rate, it's another reason why we suggest taking the clean, or taking your pharmaceuticals with the clean water, just so that you're not fast releasing a slow release medication, which could happen potentially by drinking Kangen water. Beauty water. So this is just a slightly acidic water, great for your hair, great for your face and skin. This is like a pretty much a toner. I I know women, some women, I've never really used skin toners before, but I've used definitely hair uh, products before when I had hair. I know it was a long time ago. Oh yeah, I guess I have some of my chinny chin chin. I do use the beauty water in it every morning. It's the first thing I do, in full transparency here. Not ashamed to say that I wash my face in this beauty water every day. I love it. It is honestly the best way to start my morning. And then I drink that 9.5. Strong acidic water. This is just a strong, man, acidic water that you could use to clean. I love this water, not just because, I removes all the chemicals in my home, the bleach, the ammonias, any harsh chemicals. I do not need to use it anymore, but also I could use it topically, which I was able to do just recently, and it works amazing. And it's just nice to know that you can have something in your first aid kit that can really change things in a heart, like instantly, unlimited from my machine. Okay, so right now I'm gonna get into the demonstration. I'm gonna stop my share. And if there's any questions or any comments, like I said, just pop them in. Lisa's here; she'll let me know. But I'm going to just dive into it. I'm going to start with the first property, with the antioxidants. All right, or how this water could be oxidizing these different waters here. And I'm just going to start pouring them out. So here I got Sprite. Sprite's just going to represent all the sodas. Okay, dark soda in most cases is probably a little bit more oxidizing. All right, so but this is just going to represent all the sodas. Got a new one on the scene here. All right, I'm seeing this all over the television. Connor McDavid and all these football players drinking this stuff, and it's so fantastic. I tried it. Super sweet. I don't know. There would be no way for me to be able to drink this BioSteel if I was out playing sports. No chance. But you know what? I'm going to see how it does here today. All right, because it was $3 for one of these. I'm not going to say you're going to drink this in lieu of drinking water, but even out there on the field for real true athletes, if you're really drinking this, I'm going to see if this really has even a chance against Kangen water. We got the Dishonest Coca-Cola product, okay, banned in most places in Europe because they were just filling up the water bottles and putting it back on the shelves using tap water. But if you look at the ingredients, all these pretty much have ingredients, all right, except for the tap water. And of course, the Kangen water, magnesium sulfate, potassium chloride, and salt. All these things are designed to make you thirsty, to want to drink more of these, not providing hydration. Not a good, in my opinion, not a good source for hydration, but in the case of emergency, maybe. Smart water, antioxidant water. So this water, when ISO 13485. Yeah. So great point. Someone asked about if you're flying on a plane, okay, and you want to bring your water, your Kangen water, you just print off this, that 13, I think it's 13845 or 13485. Sorry, one of those, just one of those there. Might have to catch the replay. I did say it in there, so it was the one for medical devices. Smart water, okay, antioxidant water, and it says it's alkaline water, okay. So if I put my meter in here, it should be, it should show a negative value. I'm going to bring the meter out here, but if you look at here again, not intended for children, and then you start looking at the ingredients, vapor distilled water. I already mentioned distilled water is very, even though it is the purest water, but it's not good pure water because it's very acidic. So it starts off being acidic. Then they add calcium chloride and magnesium chloride, potassium bicarbonate, sodium selenate. So if you go ahead and do your research and find out what those chemicals do, it's just baking soda. So they're adding baking soda to here to give you an alkaline water. And I don't know how they're making an antioxidant, but we'll see what's going on with that. But like I said, it says not intended for children. So in my opinion, it shouldn't be drank by anybody, truly. Aquafina. Oh, I didn't pour any water in here. Let's do that. All right. All right. Aquafina now. PepsiCo's. And again, in the case of emergency, drinking bottled water is in my case is the way to go, right? But the fact that there's so much pollution and the fact that there's so many things, so many health issues being linked to microplastics in our food and our water, it's just a thing that doesn't necessarily need to happen unless, like I said, it's for emergency use only. All right. Tap water. This is just from our sink, tap, whatever, not our sink, but our tap. Okay. Comes from Banff. Anybody been to Banff? Let me know. Anyone that's outside of Alberta or Calgary. And then we got the Kangen water, 9.5. Okay. And let me just, and here's my ORP meter. Okay. So I'm just going to talk quickly about the strong acidic water because that's what's in here. This is produced from my machine. This is the 2.5. Look how acidic that is. Okay. So very, very acidic. I did move it. Can you see that? So very acidic. Okay. And I got some clean water here. So a positive number is going to represent that this is oxidizing, rusting, speeding up your life, okay? Speeding up your, your aging process. Negative means antioxidant, powerful antioxidant, okay? Negative. So we're looking for a negative value when we talk about this waters. Okay, so let me just go ahead. And this is just the soda. I'm just letting it kind of caliberize here or equalize, I guess. I don't know what the word would be, but because it was in that acidic water. All right, so let me just, so we all can accept that soda, and that's going down still pretty quickly. But the soda is oxidizing. There's no doubt, like, it's not a really good thing to be drinking on a daily basis. Definitely, I know a lot of people substitute soda for water. So you can see the problems with that, the sugar, later you're going to see how acidity, we all know if you throw a penny in some Coca-Cola, how it would dissolve over time. Well, that's what happens here. So we can all accept that this is very oxidizing. Okay, so I'm going to, since I haven't done the BioSteel, I'm going to go on my clean water here. and then I'm going to go back into this. So this is what the athletes, supposedly Connor McDavid, the greatest hockey player on the planet right now, is consuming. That's why Enagic doesn't do any advertising with athletes. They let the water speak for itself. So very oxidizing too. Okay, it is coming down, slowing down now. But what we got there, 555. Let's just call it 500. Okay. Dasani. Okay. Dasani's a little better, but it's already starting to go up into the 500. So really not better. Okay. Very oxidizing. Okay. And that's now, we should see a negative value because this is antioxidant. Okay. Already starting to go back up, showing that it's antioxidant, or sorry, oxidizing, just as dishonest as Dasani. Okay. Causing aging, inflammation. All right. Same thing with Aquafina, already starting to go up. But watch this, watch the tap water. And this is something that you have to pay attention to, because watch what happens to, look at that. Over 600 it's worse than the pop or soda, depending on what part of the world you are. Okay, but look, I've transformed this water. Okay, I've transformed it from positive 600 to negative 830. That is off the charts in antioxidants. There's nothing you could consume that's going to give you that sort of antioxidant donation right away. Like, it's just going to give you that antioxidants. Doesn't matter how much blueberries you eat or broccoli you consume. You won't be able to get the same value in a sitting, if I was to sit down and eat those things, that I could just get from a couple glasses of Kangen water. I'm going to get way more antioxidants, less oxidative stress, because like I said, I am absorbing these antioxidants and not digesting it. And then, your food acid has to now be in place. None of that happens here when you just drink water. All right. So any questions about that, please let me know in the chat. Again, if you're catching the replay, let me know what you see. And let me know also what you do if you even care about antioxidants, because it's very important that we're consuming antioxidants. It's one of the most powerful ways to really stay, in my opinion, stay healthy. All right. So I'm going to move on to the pH of the water. As you can see, all these are going to have different pH. You got the pH scale here showing that this side, very acidic. Okay, so being these red, orangey colors. 7 in the middle is neutral, which is most tap water, or just it's a neutral balance. Our blood actually is just over neutral, 7.3, 7.4 in pH. All right, and then you have the alkaline side here. So we're looking for beverages that are going to be on the alkaline side, and you want to definitely stay in that region. Again, my opinion and opinion of a lot of people. You don't want to be compounding your diet with acidic beverages and food and everything. So what I'm going to use is pH drops. Okay, same indicating drops that you can use to test your pool or hot tub, or if you have fish aquarium, anything like that where you want to know the pH. So I'm just going to use that. I'm going to put about 4 drops in each one. And we're just going to see what happens here. All right, so as you can see, all different colors, some of them looking the same. All right. I'm just going to use this to kind of stir them up. As you can see, I just want to make sure you guys can see them. All right. All right, so as you can see, we already know that the acidity lies in soda. All right. No hidden things there. We already know. But look at this. Look at this stuff. This is as acidic as I can tell from here. Maybe on the camera, if it looks different. No, it looks pretty much the same. Okay, this is stuff that you're drinking as an athlete. You're drinking this BioSteel. It says this is $3 and change. Like that is expensive. Okay, look at all this. Now the Aquafina and Dasani, look how they're acidic. Reverse osmosis and distilled water will do that. Look at how this is supposed to be alkaline. Not even close. More like 6.5. Right? So again, very dishonest. We don't know what we're drinking. They're just telling us this is what it is. And really, I'm always told I want to go do my research, but I don't think people actually do their research on the water or the beverages they're consuming. So now you want to say, oh, the tap water is great. Look at it, it's alkaline. But you don't know what they put in it. They put all these different chemicals. I know in our water, because I do my research, and they tell you openly, they put over 300 different chemicals in the water. All right? To make it drinkable. And I'm not just, I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm happy that I can now transform my water into something that's very alkalizing. And I say that alkalizing because I don't want to confuse it with alkaline water, which is right here. Alkaline water made in the process of chemicals. This is made through the process of electricity, which happens naturally in our environment, by the way. If you go to these blue regions in the world where the water is alkaline, it's being hit by electricity, which is lightning, or it's being created by energy like a waterfall, or it's coming out of the earth, alkaline. Yeah, that'd be great if we can drink that water every day, but you and I, most of us, I would say 90% or more, 99% of us rely on well water, tap water. So we want something that we could easily just go to our tap, start transforming our life. This is why they say change your water, change your life, because easily by changing your water, you could start alkalizing your diet. But look what happens here. I've never done this before, but I can tell you, I already know this is not going to change. I already know this is a no-brainer, right? So it doesn't matter what we do. If you are drinking this, there's no way I could help you. If you are looking at this, you're going to have to give up some of this stuff if you want to really change your life from a health standpoint, especially if you're dealing with acidic issues, like with your stomach or just with your body. But because look, well, let's even use supposedly this great BioSteel, because I already know this is going to change all this, make this very acidic. One sip. So I'm on the sports field now. I'm not even talking about drinking alcohol or drinking sodas or whatever. I'm out in the field trying to like do my best, and I'm drinking this stuff, and it's now putting my body in a state of acidosis, which causes inflammation. Lactic acid is going to start building up in your body. All right, uric acid. These things are going to be causing your body to go into a state of inflammation. It's not helping you get hydration, which you're going to see in a minute too. So that is what I love about Kangen water. Change your water, alkalize it, get the antioxidants, and you're going to see how this rapidly absorbs. Here, you're going to take that from me? Or are you going to take some of these? I'm going to probably need a little bit more water too. So please, if you see something that doesn't make sense, that's why you're here. If you're catching the replay, like I said, if you see something here, you're like, oh, no, that doesn't really make sense. Please put your comments in the comments field there. I'd love to be able to either give you the answers or, or find a solution, because that's what we're here. We're in the solution business. I think that's, oh, yeah, you want to fill that? Yeah, 9.5, thank you. Already know I'm going to need some more for my demo. So this is the most exciting part of the demo for me. Actually, I'll leave Aquafina here. I'll leave some dishonest here too, because these are the most drank waters. But this is the most exciting part of the demo for me. And the reason for that is because this is where I knew this was the best thing for me, for what I was doing in my life as I was. Um, I love sports. Okay, that's why I brought the BioSteel out here today. I love that, and I love the idea. Thank you. I love the idea of being able to increase your fitness level just by changing your water. It's like one of the best things I've done. And I know, because I used to, I don't know for you, maybe you can put it in the chat. Just as a question for anyone that hasn't consumed Kangen water before, or anyone for that matter. Did you used to get the bloating, or do you get bloating feeling from drinking water in general, or any of these sports drinks or anything? I I did. It was like one of the worst things. And it kept me away from consuming anything while I played sports, especially when I was so dehydrated. Right. So led me to a place where I almost fainted a few times because I was so dehydrated, and you know, because I just stayed away from the beverages because they gave me cramping and bloating. So when I started seeing how this water absorbs, I had to try it out for myself. But when I saw the demo, when I saw this part, I was like, this is unbelievable. I can't wait to try this out. So this is, just think of the tea bag here, which is just green tea. I get this from Costco, or no, not Costco. I get this from Walmart. You can get it in the ethnic aisle. It's just Japanese green tea, nothing special here. Um, I'm just going to get this tea here in, put it here. And the tea is going to represent our body, okay? Our cells, our brain, you know, our blood, a lot of these things that really water is essential, all right? And absorption is critical in my opinion. Anyway, so Aquafina, room temperature, okay? So I'm just going to pour that in here, right? So as you can see, it's not making tea. And the reason for that is because Aquafina needs to be heated up, because the molecules in the water, there's about 15 to 30 H2O clusters in the molecule, all right? Where Kangen water will have about 5 to 6 H2O clusters in its water molecule. So it's able to be absorbed a lot faster. And because this is not heated up and able to penetrate the tea, you're not able to make tea. But when I go in with Kangen water, right away, you start seeing tea, okay? Because it has an opportunity to penetrate the tea, get into the aquaporins of your cells, okay? Which is very important, okay? And that's what gives you cellular hydration. Now we got the Dasani. There's still a little bit of tea in here, but that's okay. As you can see, still not much is going on there. And like I said, I think that's just because there's a little bit of residual Kangen water and tea. But if I go back in here, again, it's just lights out. Let me just get that out. It's not even close. Right away, you start seeing tea, right? So now if you're taking supplements, I know we spend a lot of money. I know that BioSteel you can buy like the powder, right? Or you're taking protein powders. Now, wouldn't you like to know that you're absorbing those things a lot better, right? So you have to look at it that way. Now let's go to tap water. And let's do something for tap water, actually. I'm actually going to squeeze some of this tea out. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to squeeze. I'm going to make sure there's enough here. Okay, I'm going to actually just really help this out. And I'm going to pour now this tap water here in and see if we can make tea. Okay. So it shows up a little bit as I can see on my screen here, but watch what happens here. Boom. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just berserk? I'm making tea, man. Like cold. This is cold. Like these guys have a benefit. They're warm. Like they've been sitting out. Cold tea right now, like instantly, right? Because there's tea in here. Actually, here. I don't have enough tea. So here, watch what happens. Because there's tea, but it's the wrong water. Look at that. Look how that is improved. Isn't it crazy? Watch this. Like I said, there's tea, but it's structured wrong. So now just imagine if you're cooking with this. Now, this is where I'm a chef by trade. This is where I know the water is incredible. Incredible for flavor, bringing out flavors. So now also when you're talking about being an athlete, watch here. Look at this. How it improves you're going to be removing, you know, the waste from your cells, getting cellular hydration right away. You're not going to get that cramping and bloating feeling from drinking this water. I could drink a full liter and feel good. Where if I even drink half of this or a quarter of this, I'll feel bloated. I wouldn't be able to drink anymore. Right? So this is where I know this is not scientific. This is just visual, but look at what happens there when you start changing your water. Change your life. I don't care what anybody has to say about it. This is plain and simple. It's the best way to do it every morning. This is what I drink every morning to get started. And if you are a serious person about your health and you want better health, it starts with water. First, the air we breathe, but this will even help you get more of that fresh air, oxygen into your body. I can tell you, there's so many studies on electrolyzed reduced water. So if you want to know more about it, you could do your own research, but research the right terms. Research electrolyzed reduced water. That's what Kangen water is. It's the brand. Like you have Coca-Cola, you have Kangen water. It's the brand. But if you want to know what it is, electrolyzed reduced water, do your research, find out how that can help you in your reach whatever you need to do. Go to PubMed, find credible sources too. All right. Any questions about that, please leave it in the chat. Okay. If that blew your mind, let me know that blew your mind. That's crazy, Rich. That is incredible. How did that happen? You know, yes, I feel this. Like these are things that I know I would be, that's what was going through my mind when I saw this. So I'm just going to clear this off. Start talking about these strong waters here. There you go. Get this out of my way. As I kind of already talked about the strong waters in the slides. So I'm just going to really hop into the strong Kangen water specifically. All right, because the slides do a good job of explaining the 11.5, how it emulsifies, how it's able to break down the oil, how it's amazing. It's amazing pesticide too, actually. You could use this. A lot of, I know there's some growers that are growing different things. If it's cucumbers or tomatoes or cannabis, that they're looking at a healthier way instead of spraying pesticides, that I'm going to be showing you what I do with that. They use the 11.5 along with the 2.5, which I have here also in a container. They use that water as a natural herbicide or pesticide. So they don't have to worry about spraying DEET or something that doesn't wash off, okay, unless you're using this water. So you're going to be consuming it, or, you know, if you do smoke, you're going to be smoking it. So you don't want any of that. All right. We want to remove that. So using 11.5 and 2.5 is a natural pesticide against aphids, russet mites, man, or called black flies or any of those things that might do damage to your crop. So just another little tip, as I get all this information all the time, and I just love when I hear how people are winning with all the other waters, if it's the strong water, the strong acidic, or the strong Kangen or strong alkalized water. All right. So this is how I keep it in a jug like this, stored under my sink. I make the 2.5 and 11.5, and just so I have on hand, and that way I don't have to constantly go back and forth, and it keeps very well. Of course, I always drink my water fresh from the tap, the 11 or my 9.5, but these ones I do store. Okay. So I just have cherry tomatoes. All right. I know some of you guys have seen this demo. This is my kids' favorite part of the demo, as they now get they get a treat. They love these tomatoes. All right. One got away from me. That's okay. Just make sure they're kind of even. Look even. Yeah. So I'm going to probably need some tap water, if you don't mind. So here's, I'm just going to get more tap water. So what do you do normally? And the chat, you can put it in. Again, if you're seeing this demo for the first time, please let me know what you do. Do you wash your produce in tap water? You know, I know some people use a little bit of tap water and vinegar. What else have I? Some use like some fruit washes, you know, from different companies. I know we used to use one from, what was it called? Norwex. I don't know if it really worked. I can't remember if it worked truly. But we've tried them before because we were very conscious of you know, washing our fruits. And then I stopped doing it, especially the meat. I stopped washing my, like chicken and beef and stuff, like if it was steaks or whatever, because I was worried about cross contamination. All right. And I knew that the tap water, I was also conscious of the chlorine, and even though I didn't really know it was soaking in, it just didn't sit well with me. So anyway, my fruits and vegetables. Yeah, go ahead. So storing the 11.5, I've heard people storing it up for months. Okay. And in my situation, me storing the water for like that amount of time makes it stronger in the case of the 11.5. Now you do lose the antioxidant value of the water, but you do not, but the water becomes more powerful as a degreaser. Again, I'm only using this water to wash my fruits and vegetables. Yeah, and our hood, yeah, we use it for, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so for degreasing, we're washing our fruits and vegetables, any of that sort of cleaning, I like to store it as long, I can store forever. 2.5, I would try to use the 2.5 fresh. And the reason for that, that way I know it has a strong positive ORP. And the reason for that is you want it to be as powerful as possible. I wouldn't let it go more than a week. Okay. And the best way to test that is to see if you do have an ORP meter, you want it over 850. If you want it to be able to remove 99% of all bacteria, viruses, fungus on contact within 30 seconds to a couple of minutes, you want it to be over 8.5 and under 2.5 in pH. So 850 ORP positive, 2.5 pH or below. You want those numbers, okay? That is very important if you want to make sure that it's removing everything that you want it to remove, okay? Good question. So back to the tap water. This is how we normally used to wash our fruits and vegetables. Just go right in with the tap water. All right. Again, didn't know any better. It wasn't thinking about chlorine or anything like that. Okay. Or the other chemicals in here. But now we use 11.5. All right. So I'm going to just let those kind of sit. And then I'm going to just show you how this is a powerful degreaser. Got sesame oil. Okay, so it's dark so you can see. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit in each one here. And this is just going to show you how this is a powerful degreaser. Okay, got the tap water again, going in with the tap water. As we can see right away, starts to separate as we expect it to. And there's a reason for it. The tap water is has like I don't know what the word is. The polarity. It's positive and negative, so they're going to separate, and that's what happens here with the tap water. So you can see that it's clearly separated. But here with the 11.5, okay, it emulsifies it, broke it up. Okay, just want you to be able to see that. Okay, so that is showing you how this is a powerful degreaser. Emulsification is when now the polarities is able to mix in this situation. I don't know if I'm getting it right, but it's just able to do it. The science, I don't know why it is 100%, but I was educated on it, but it is very sciencey, but there's a reason for that happening, okay? So let me just move this aside, tap water over here. Okay, we're gonna have these over here. Actually, let me move these out of the way because I want to make sure you guys can see the next part of this demo. And I'm going to show you why I don't use chlorinated water to do anything with now, pretty much besides washing dishes. Okay, so I'm just going to go in. This is just tap water, and everybody knows that tap water has chlorine. If you're in a town like mine, there's chlorine, thankfully, because I don't want to get sick from the water. So that's okay. But once the water comes to your tap, you have to manage it. You have to filter it, which we do. We have a pre-filter before it even goes into our filter in our Enagic ionizer. So we pre-filter the water to get that chlorine out. But this is how quick. Let me just see here. I'm gonna just show you that. Okay, first of all, hold on. This is chlorine drops. Again, same type of chlorine drops you find at your pool store. Nothing different here. Just to show that there is chlorine in here. Okay. All right. So they're showing you the chlorine. All right. And then I'm gonna just show you why we have an Anespa shower unit upstairs too, actually, because we don't want to shower in this water either. Okay. Chlorine is a carcinogen. Chlorine causes cancer. I'm going to say it because you can read that it does. It also was the first chemical they used to kill people in war. Okay. If you're drinking or showering, I say in a hot shower, 15 minutes, you're consuming almost the equivalent of 1 liter of chlorinated water. Okay. So that was just like what, 30 seconds. Now I'm going to go in with the chlorine drops here, just so you guys can see that I'm putting the chlorine drops in. Okay. All right. And let's go back here and just show you that there still is chlorine. So it didn't just over time evaporate. So again, you see the chlorine is there. Okay. No chlorine here. It's absorbed into my body. It will do the same thing in the food you eat. So what will actually happen is if you're washing your fruits and vegetables with chlorinated water, you're going to be cleaning your water with your food that you eat. Okay. So you want to avoid that at any cost. All right. And at the same time, you're not removing any of the oil-based pesticides. So it's kind of a shame. All right. So there you go. Here, I'll show you a little trick. I'm going to leave you guys with some value. Okay. As you can see, this is some oranges. All right. Lemons, limes will do the same thing, but watch. 2 seconds. That's absorbed. Okay. You saw that right in front of you. Here, let me just scoop this out. Maybe you're not able to see it. Okay. Gone. There you go. So you don't want to be doing that. But if you're at somewhere where you have to drink tap water, ask them for a lemon. Okay. At least it will take some of that chlorine out. But you have to also worry if they wash those lemons. I know I'm not getting too carried away, but it's just the way I think nowadays. That's what happens. Okay. So here we go. We're just going to see what happens. I let these kind of sit. This is what I do when I'm at home, you know, or even out and about at a friend. Sometimes I even will carry my 11.5. Okay, we're just going to see what comes off here. Because really, nothing really comes off. Okay, so there you go. Nothing really there. But watch here. This is gnarly, man. This is out of control. Wow. Oh, who's gonna eat that? Who wants to drink this? Anyone want to drink this? If you don't want to drink this, you don't want to eat it either. All right. So there you go. That's the difference. That's why we wash our fruit. And see, watch here again. I'll go in with the chlorine drops, just so you know that this. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's absorbed into those tomatoes. Isn't that crazy? Okay, you don't want to be doing this. This is the best way to change your health, in my opinion. So if you got value from this tonight, okay, you love what you see. This is a superior product. There's no doubt. Okay. I challenge you. If you want to elevate your health, all right, get back to the person who sent you to this webinar, this presentation. Let them know you're ready to go. All right. If you want to know more information, ask your questions. And hopefully you can get one of these in your home. All right. So that's all for me tonight. Unless there's any questions. Any more questions? No? Okay. Like I said, if you catch a replay, you have questions, put them in the chat. Until then, next week, we're going to be talking. I'm going to be beating that compensation plan because it's so good. I want you guys to get it because this is a good time. They increased the interest rate again in Canada. All right. We're going to be paying more money. So if you want to find a way to offset that, the cost of living, inflation, you know, maybe this is a good way to help with that. If you want tax savings, right? This is the way to do it. Man, and this machinery, I'll just end with this tonight, guys. I had to replace 2 of my appliances this week. 2, our fridge and our dishwasher. 10 years. Okay. This technology will last you the rest of your life if you maintain it properly. That's all you have to do. Do an e-clean once a month. Do a deep clean every couple of years. Run some beauty water every morning and wash your face. That's it. And you will have this for 25 years, 30 years maybe, because there are machines that are out there that are that old. Okay. So that's all I have for tonight. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. Check you guys out next week. I'm going to show the compensation plan and can't wait to see you all there. All right. Take care. Have a good night.